Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour, the first time live. So here I am, moving out from voice to being live. So welcome for joining me tonight on this beautiful night, moving out of this full moon that just happened, the Pisces moon. I know a lot of you probably had a lot of emotions coming up during this moon. I know I did. So here we are, and I am back now. I took a month off to just regroup myself, to find myself with a few things that were going on and bring myself back into alignment. So I appreciate you just being here tonight and joining me tonight. If you're listening now or listening in the future here, this is the first time I've ever done this on YouTube. And so I'll be seen now on YouTube, Facebook, and Oneness Talk Radio. And I guess Carolyn's on, and I also have chat. So we are multitasking tonight. So how fun is that? So I appreciate once again, you guys all joining me here as this show grows from my heart. And it has been quite a journey so far, and hopefully a journey that is about to expand. So I'm calling out to everyone there in the beginning of the show. Hello, Janine. Hello, Caroline. Thank you for joining me this evening. You know, what I want to call out to everyone is if anybody's out there would like to share anything, to express themselves, to just come on my show and say what you do, or just tell your story. That's why I started the show, was for everybody out there that's navigating right now these times, and these times that are kind of up and down and all over the place. It's like a roller coaster ride. And, you know, it's just stepping into the hope, you know, stepping in the trueness of you and stepping and moving forward from everything in the past that has always held us down and kept us locked small, to open up to a world that is just being created as every day. And the magic that's happening. The other night, I had the most extreme thing happen to me. I was out on the full moon doing a fire with my husband and a friend of mine joining me. And we actually got on camera a beautiful fairy or a pixie, I don't know, dancing with the fire. And it was the most amazing thing. And it reminded me of the magic that is here in the world right now. That even though there's darkness coming up right now, even though there's, you know, just so much fear in the world right now, the magic is hidden there in the invisibility behind the scenes that we can grasp, we can grab if we open up to receive the energy. So once again, thank you for joining me tonight. I do have the call board open, 517-208-1500 if you like to call in, or I see the chat's working as well. So a whole new platform's on. I'm getting used to it here. So anyway, so tonight I thought I'd start after being away for a while. As you might know, if you're listening to this now for the first time, listening to my show for the first time, at the beginning of January, I was guided every month on the full moon to do the teachings of the 13 original clan mothers. And I can show you the book now because I'm alive. So this is the book we're going to be going over the 9th moon tonight. But before we do that, you know me, I'm always full of surprises. We have to do something magical. So what I decided we'll do tonight is my favorite thing. If anybody knows me or seen my shows or been on anything with me live or any of my classes, one of my favorite thing in the world is bubbles. So I thought we'd start to get ourselves grounded. If you know, some people out there maybe been having a struggling day or not feeling right, or just, you know, moving out of this full moon energy and just so much came up. I thought we'd have little bubbles. So everybody just take a deep breath. I'm going to turn the bubbles on and just laugh for a minute and just allow ourselves to be present right now. Allow ourselves to bring in the joy. Even if things today has been the most horrible day with so many words, give yourself this time to go in the present, to be aligned with who you are and enjoy the show. So what you do, let's have some bubbles. Oops, are they going to start? And just try to laugh and open up into the night and enjoy the show as we start off with some fun, fabulous, fabulous bubbles. They always make me laugh. And they always make me smile. So I highly recommend you get yourself a bubble machine for those days you might be having a rough time, just to put a smile on your face, because it's always fun. So getting to the teachings of tonight, as once again, the 13 original clan mothers is what we're going to be going over tonight. And I'm just going to kind of go back. So what the clan mothers, this book is about, are teachings and truth teachings. And it's been so beautiful for me doing these teachings that I was guided to do this year, because it's kind of following in line of everything that's happening in the universe and everything that's been coming up in the universe. We've had a lot of, fear. There's a lot of fear coming up. A lot of things are being unfolded. A lot of things, there's just so much with the virus going around and things being shut down, that everybody's been pulled out of their comfort zone at a way that they never have before, been stuck and been put in that vulnerability. Yes, it is. Thank you, Wolf Mother. And so, here we go. So starting back, I just kind of want to do a quick review, and then we'll go into this month's teaching. And I'm kind of going to read a lot of it because it's just so apropos of what is happening this month. And that's what I love about this teaching, is every month something has shown up in our universe of this beautiful new world that we're creating. And so the first moon was Talks with Relation, where we learn the truth. And then we moved into the Wisdom Keeper, is about honoring the truth. And Ways the Truth was the third moon, which is about accepting the truth. And moving on was Looks for a Woman, which honor the fourth clan mother, which is how to see the truth. And then we were moving on to Listening Woman, who is how to hear the truth. And then we moved on to Storyteller, on speaking the truth. And my favorite one is Love All Things, as we walked in to learn to love the truth. And number 8 was She Who Heals, which is about moving into serving the truth. And that's what we all need to do now, is serve the truth and not be afraid anymore to speak our truth no matter what. There's some people out there that are not going to agree with you, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You stand in who you are, and you be who you are. Time for hiding is over. It is so over. And now we're moving this month into Setting Sun Woman. And this is all about living the truth. So, as I read over this, I want everybody to kind of step in and sink in to what truths do you need to step in to be in that space of living your truth. And ask yourself, go out there and feel and really challenge yourself like you never have before, to say, this is my truth, or this isn't my truth, or, what exactly is going on with you. And so, I invite all you cosmic explorers out there, because we're all cosmic explorers, to really step into that, to really look at that and say, you know what? This is not my truth anymore. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay, because we are creating a new truth now. So just take a deep breath in. And the poem that started off with this, it's Setting Sun Woman, keeper of tomorrow's dream, mother of the star-filled night. Show me how to live my truth and bring my dreams to light. Teach me how to use my will, living the truth I find within, discovering all parts of me where light and shadows blend. Let me sing the song of future with concerns of what will be, upholding all nature's laws. And I lost my place. All nature's laws for creatures, stones, and trees. Mother, I see you in the sunset, and I hear you in the rain. You teach me inner knowing through your heart's sweet refrain. And it was so beautiful tonight before I began this broadcast. The sun was going down, and I really felt like I was immersing myself in this story tonight, because it's all about Setting Sun Woman and her adventure. And, the clouds were just so beautiful out with the blue hues and the pink hues. And it was just to take the time to look at that and to look at the nature is so important right now. And I want to remind everyone, if things are a little tough, go outside. Just feel the nature. It is reaching out for us to love her. It is reaching out to talk to us. It is reaching out to teach us. We just have to listen. We just have to open to hear. We just have to open those hearts that have been blocked for so long to receive. And if you can open to receive, your world will start to flow. And you can go with the flow, or flow with the go, which was what I said the other day, which was really funny. So beginning the clan mother, the ninth moon cycle, we're just gonna have story time tonight. So setting sun woman is the keeper of tomorrow's goals and dreams. She is the clan mother of the ninth moon cycle, which falls in September and is connected to the color green. Green is the color of will. Setting sun woman shows us how to properly use our wills to ensure the abundance of our future. She teaches us that the will to live, the will to survive, the will to be impeccable in preserving Earth's mother's resources are paramount parts of our Earth walk. The clan mother teaches us how to live the truth and sits in the west of the medicine wheel. The west direction is the home of the feminine principle, the Earth Mother, the setting sun and night sky. The abilities we gain from learning the lessons of the West are concerns, dependability, nurturing, inner knowing, achievements and goals. The West is sometimes called the looking within place because the female principle is naturally intuitive and is willing to be receptive. As the guardian of the unborn generation, setting sun woman gives us many lessons on how to use only what we need. She teaches us the sacredness of using every part of anything we harvest, never wasting anything unusable. This ninth clan mother shows us how we can depend upon Mother Earth to provide for our needs if we are also dependable children who honor and give thanks for the abundance. And it's very interesting what's happening right now with Mother Earth reaching out. So, once again, step in and say, how are you reaching out to Mother Earth? How are you living? How are you not wasting? How are you loving her and realizing and opening that she does provide if we open to see it and receive her? She is the Mother Night. She is also the keeper of preservation and the guardian of all species of seeds, plants, creatures, and stones. She guards against the extinction of any part of planetary family by allowing those species that would naturally transmute to evolve into the forms that are more adaptable to the world's conditions. Another interesting fact that's happening right now. There's a lot of destruction going on in the world, but there's also a lot of regrowth going in the world. There's new plants being found in the Amazon. There's new animals coming out that have been extinct forever. So our world is regrouping. Our world is regrowing. So it's just so beautiful to see, the transformation that's happening not only with our planet, but also inside of every other person. And it's that table right now. Where do you want to fall? Do you want to fall into love or do you want to fall into fear? And that's the choice we all have right now. And, that's also the choice of what we made as the consciousness of the planet on opening up. If we all choose the love, we have beautiful times ahead of us. But if we all stay in the fear, I feel like there's going to be some very treacherous times ahead. So Setting Woman teaches us how to go within and find our personal truths. This clan mother shows us how to meet the future without fear, because we have taken steps daily to ensure a bright tomorrow. The darkness of the night sky is the starry medicine of or womb of the feminine principle that holds of the potential of our future. The stars are points of light that represent the sacred fire of our dreams. When we find our personal truths in the darkness inside ourselves, we determine which vision will we bring the earth into manifestation form. So it's time, people, look at that darkness, become allies with it. See those darknesses that might be lying inside you. There are actually gifts that have been hidden. And embrace it, open to it, and allow it to expand inside of you. So through studying Sun Women, we discover the universe as it lives inside our spiritual essence. The discovery of worlds within. Worlds teaches us that we are not bound by our bodies, but that we are vast beings, and that our bodies exist inside of the limitless space of our spirits. So how beautiful is that? If you could think about that and really connect to that. I know a lot of people out there are afraid to connect or don't want to say that the spirit world exists or the energies out there exist, but they're true. They're dancing around us every day. It's just, once again, open your eyes and open your heart to receive. It's all about giving and receiving, and give from your heart unconditionally. The time for competition is over. It is now time for all of us to commune together, to co-create this new world, to be the light that we truly are inside, that we've lost sight of because of all the dogma and everything that's been thrown on us, from, just our parents not knowing any better, the ancestors that have moved through. And that's why I love these ancestors' teachings, and I've been drawing to them so much, because the truth is the truth. And these teachings are so important to embrace and not let them be lost. So the story tonight, that's just kind of about what she is and what she stands for, and each of the clan mother has something they stand for. So the beautiful story tonight is Evening Star, Promise of Tomorrow. So I'm going to go through it best I can here. And, it kind of starts out with, the setting sun woman is sitting on a cliff, and she's looking down below the cliff at the water's edge and noticing a vulture that's circling around to the right of her, giving her the memory and looking at the message that the vultures carry. I personally love vultures, and I'll give you a little hint to do as we go through this. One of the things I love to do when I see a vulture, I look at them as the healing, the clearing angels. They're amazing creatures. And when you see a vulture, just take your right hand, lift it up to the sky, and just breathe in and ask them to take your sorrows, ask them to take your pain from the heart. And you could just feel the energy rising out of you, and they will clear you. Because they not only clear carcasses on this planet, but they also clear us spiritually as well. And as she says here, the vulture was a good teacher for the earth children because he wasted nothing. Vulture was happy with his medicine, which taught the children of earth the idea of waste not, want not. So I love the, Carolyn says she loves the vultures too. I do too. So taking the vulture medicine, I love this story because it does bring in a lot of animals, and it's just so important to look at the animal medicine out there. And as she's sitting, looking at the dense forest, we move along on the story. The sun-setting woman is sitting there, and she could hear the frog singing in the medicine song. And the frog is in this story is listening this time to cleanse the activities of the sun in order to refresh and replenish themselves during the coming sleep. And so that's so beautiful as we move through, every night, remember, we have a beautiful chance. Everything's about ending and beginnings, beginning and endings. And, every night when we go to bed, make sure you sit back, cut the day, because that day's over. And bring your power, bring yourself back to you. And know when you wake in the morning, you have a new day. And that new day, after that sleep, you can create whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. You can let go of the day before because, we don't have to carry those worries anymore. We can choose to, but we don't have to. So that's, once again, a choice for you to step into where you want to do. Now, as she was sitting there, listening to the frogs singing and the cloud people, and just sitting on this beautiful hill, just acknowledging everything, she's waiting to see Watchages, which is the evening star, because the evening star would soon pop her head through the purple sage blossom blanket of the night sun. Watches appeared, signaling the emergence of the starry medicine bow in all its glory. And as she sat there looking, waiting for Watchages, she remembered the reflection of the bear. As the bear lumbered across the sky when she was looking up at the clouds, teaching everyone his medicine. In the darkness, he reminded the children of the earth to go within, reflecting and introspecting. His raw strength and huge form spoke of the benefits of retreat and hibernation. The mountain ram also traveled the heavens, traversing the peaks and valleys of the purple space. The bighorn sheep was the keeper of tenacity and the willingness to meet the challenges head on. So what beautiful medicine is that? The medicine of these two creatures had served setting sun woman well during her earth walk. And she obviously sought the stars' forms to these totems, returning her thanks to them every night the inky darkness covered the sky. So how many of you out there take the time to look as the sky goes down and look at the clouds? My friend who's visiting right now, who is visiting from, he can't get back to Peru, so he's visiting right now. That's been one of our favorite things to do in the evening, is look and see all the magical creatures that appear to us at night and look at the messages that are coming to us. And that's the world we walk in. Everything appears to us if you look and listen. So as she's sitting there waiting for the evening star to appear, she reaches out to her and she sings the song, "Greetings, greetings, evening star. Greetings, greetings, evening star. I greet the fire spirit in you. We are sisters, you and I. We are sisters, you and I. Evening star, evening star." And just take a deep breath in. And the clan mother was always in awe of the evening star's sparkling form. But on this night, setting sun woman saw a spirit canoe moving on the river of fog coming towards the earth. The blue streak of light from watches lit the crests of the fog river waves. Sorry about that. And so she noticed this cradle come up from the river. And there's a child inside the river, wrapped in a bear blanket. And she looks down and fervently greeted the child. And the child replied by smiling, then spoke, "I am the child of tomorrow, setting sun woman. I have come in the spirit canoe, sent by the evening star. I have traveled on the trail of campfires, lit by the ancestors, that some of the children of earth will one day call the Milky Way. I have come to show you the hidden feelings of the future that hold you in the heart." And she reached down, she goes, "What should I call you?" "I am wattages, the evening stars, you sister." And then the child began to speak again to the clan mother listening. "I am wrapped in the cradle board of creation, mother. If you're willing to carry me on your back, you will begin to understand the many purposes of your earth walk. I am the promise of all tomorrows that will ever be. All the dreams of the wholeness and harmony are embodied in me. I represent every spirit that will travel from the breath of the great mystery to the womb of the creation called the starry medicine bowl, and then to the earth to be born as human two-legged." Just take a deep breath in once again as she moves across and looks at the thing and asks, "What do you want me to do now?" A giggle escaped the tiny girl's lip, and then she replied, "We are going to play a kind of game, mother. Do you notice that you cannot see me, but my weight is like the reminder, always present but not seen?" So how many of you out there have weight on you that's present but not seen, but you can feel it within your body? Well, yes, it does seem that way. I can hardly see that the children of the future are like that. I cannot see them because they have not been born, but I always consider their needs. Their will need food, shelter, fire, water, air, fertile soil, and companionships of all the relation. Watches continued, pleased with the clan mother's quick responding, "Mother, what senses must you use when you cannot see me?" And this is learning about using your own senses as well. "I must hear your voice, feel your weight, smell the fragrance of your sweet hair, and allow my body to align with your rhythms, anticipating your movements so that we can walk in balance as I carry your cradle board." And that's what's going on the earth right now, everyone. We're trying to find our balance in this world. And as she smiled, she says, those are the same abilities that human children of the earth must develop in order to prepare for the future, mother. They must sense the weight of the future generations' needs in order to find harmony and balance. Now, if they waste the precious resources of the earth mother, they will not be abundant future for generations yet unborn. As the human tribe learns to carry the cradle bird of creation as an unseen part of themselves, there will be no separation between the present and the future. All that is needed for survival of the good red road will naturally be there because everyone alive today will take responsibility for the needs of the next 7 generations. So once again, I ask you now, where can you take responsibility to help to create the new Lord for the next 7 generations? And next, Setting Sun Woman asks, Evening Star, what if some members of human tribe forget these teachings? A lot of those out today. Unfortunately, that time will come, Mother. The medicine of the elk will give the persistence and stamina needed for the faithful to continue guarding the needs of the future generations. We may also call upon the medicine of the possum to assist the faithful in planning and strategy. Two-legged must be flexible and willing to grow and change for the future. The needs of some will be confused with the desires of others to own material possessions. Some will adopt greed and wish to control the masses. Some will adopt greed and wish to control the masses. How to repeat that one. Every human will have the opportunity to meet those challenges by rediscovering their inner knowing. The solution will fall into your hands. You are the clan mother of the West who can assist the meek and faithful children of the earth by showing them how to go within. So I ask everybody listening to this now or listening to the future to step into your own inner knowing and spread the message of the truth, the inner knowing within you, as the solution for our future. Now, Setting Woman agreed with Watsu and added her own thoughts. I noticed that you were nestled in the snowy fur robes of the great white bear. These robes are very sacred to me. The bear has taught me how to enter the cave inside myself and to find my own truths. Through those lessons, I'm able to live my truth every sun and sleep. If every child of earth could find the same inner knowing, we would assure the future generations of a legacy of harmony and life abundant. So once again, where can you go within? Because everything is within, not without. That's just our teachers on the outside. The truth is within. That's right, Mother. We could also teach them the lessons of the humpback traveler, of the deserts. The camel shares the medicine of conservation and proper use of resources, even in situations of scarcity. One of the gifts of inner knowing is knowing how and when to use available resources. The bear lives on stored fat when she hibernates. The camel lives on stored water when he travels the deserts. And the human tribe lives abundantly when they gather and eat just what they need. How beautiful is that? Mother, you know that I'm the evening star, but you did not know I'm the promise of tomorrow because I am also the morning star during 6 moon cycles. And this is all about the sacred spiral cycles that we all live and we all go through. So the sacred spiral leads from one medicine wheel of experience to another. And, right now, what cycle are you in? Are you at the beginning of a cycle? Are you coming to the end of the cycle? These are all questions that you can ask yourself using teachings that are out there to kind of go within and see where you are in your cycle. Me personally, I'm coming to the end of a cycle, moving into something else. And I'm just like, who am I now and what's going on? So I'm like moving along, finding that as I go. So it's so beautiful. And if we were to look at the wheel lying on the ground and another one a few feet directly above it in the same position, we'd see 2 different cycles of experience. The void in between the two is made of thin air. But there's an imaginary spiral of steps formed by each direction lesson. All life forms walk those spiral stairs when they are ready to evolve into their next set of life experiences. So once again, take a deep breath for a second. Where are you in your cycle? Allow yourself to feel in that cycle where you are and be okay with it. And see where you need to go. And see what the next step is. So yes, the spiritual essence of every living thing moves through the sacred spiral of 8 suns and sleeps before beginning the next cycle. It can be a time of reviewing the past, counting the lessons learned and the victories achieved. It can be a time for preparation and planning, as well as a time of saying goodbye to the past and greeting the future. Many of the human tribe forget this period of completion, reaching the next set of life's experience either unprepared or out of balance. They encounter mental difficulties when they do not honor the void and the sacred spiral. Watsages, when you go through the sacred spiral, what happens to you? I connect to my spirit and let go of the past by being grateful for all that I have learned. I see the spiral around me because I am the center of my sacred space. But I see the steps formed by each direction of the spiral inside myself. In the night sky as the evening star, I am the living feminine side of nature. In the void of the spiral, I am the all and nothing, pure spirit. After 8 days as the morning star, I live in the masculine, demonstrative side of my nature. The directions of the 8 powers inside the spiral teach me that I am both feminine and masculine. When I ride the night sky, I go within and I seek the truth. My free will, my will to show my gifts to the world. As the morning star, I bring all those personal truths to light, sharing what I am with those who seek the breaking dawn. So just take a deep breath in that one. And once again, go back and look where you are in the spiral and finding the balance, because that's what it's all about, finding the balance between. We have the feminine and we have the masculine. And then the balance in between, the alignment of who we truly are. And Setting Sun continues to say, both of our natures are present in your journey. The west direction is the feminine. The east is the masculine. In the absence of the 8 suns and sleeps, when you're not seen in the sky nation, you show humankind way to connect to the spirit. Your lessons to humankind is how to balance the female, the male, and divine energy of the great mystery that lives in all things. Is it not? Is it not for you of finding that balance and being within? So Setting Sun Woman shows the goodness of the great mystery had placed in every part of creation, and was thankful to her role in the expansive plan and had brought Watsuju into her path. The cradle creation not only held by the potential of the unborn child of all tomorrows, but also had given every child the ability to express as a female and a male side, no matter what gender the child body was. All of her human children would be able to express their personal wills because all the children carry the potential to be guided by their spirits. Like Wadaji's, the evening star, the promise of tomorrow, lived inside every human being. The Earth tribe could be assured of the bright future by balancing both sides of their natures with their spirit's essence that connected them to their infinite capacity to create tomorrow by living in harmony today. And I know this is kind of dragging on a little bit reading this story, but as I said, once again, I couldn't resist just reading it because the words are so beautiful of what's happening right now and what's going on, and just opening up to all that and learning those balances between us and that harmony and bringing it into our heart to expand out. And as she moves on, I'm getting a message here. Messages are popping up. I'm multitasking here. Thank you, Carolyn. And, and once again, reminding us the clan mother of both sides of our nature. And what she's saying here, the clan mother is saying receiving and giving were both sacred ways of finding balance. So meeting the future needs of the next 7 generations, depending on the ability to go within and walk in balance every living moment. And just breathe that in for a second, because that's so important right now, because so many people in this world right now are out of balance. I mean, I know I teeter-totter all the time in between being in balance and being out of balance. And I know a lot of people do, but it's finding both sides and embracing both sides and knowing that this is why we're here, is to be in balance of nature. And as Setting Sun moves on and brings everything in finishing up, she says, the common goal of the Earth Tribe was to reclaim the legacy of harmony and peace that the great mystery placed inside all life forms. Inner peace is found inside the self. Setting sun woman gazed at the horizon where the ocean met the sky and gave thanks for the human children who had discovered the looking within place. So have you found your looking within place, or have you gone down that? The keepers of tomorrow's dreams were drawn from her thoughts as the walrus waddled over the beach below and crooked a greeting. Setting sun woman laughed because she had just suddenly started reminding that not to allow the negativity slip into her thoughts. Oh, how do we all do that? That lovely monkey mind that comes in all the time regarding the future. Rawless is the creature teacher who reminds humans of the cycle and changes in life. The big tusked creature of the ocean edge carries the medicine of altering actions and feelings in order to interact with the changes that life offers. Setting woman understood it was time to keep her eye on the goal, not on the waywardness of the human tribe. Their growth is by trial and error. Sooner or later, all humans, two-legged, will seek to understand their feelings and find the cave of bear. How fun is that? The sea tides changes with the passage of the sun, sleeps, the seasons, grandmother moon cycles, and weather. The clan mothers saw how the waters of the earth moon reflected the human journey as well. When the human tribe allows the flow of life to set the rhythm like the tides, instead of fighting each new wave of experience, harmony is found through subtle adjustments. The pounding waves of stormy seas that wreck the shorelines reflect the imbalance found in human stubbornness and rigidity. Setting some women understand that the natural examples of worlds within worlds are endless reflections of how to live in harmony. She looked forward to the day when the same inner knowing would be claimed by all her human children. And how is Mother Nature in our world right now reaching out with everything going on with the hurricanes and the fires and, everything that's going on, showing that where we are as a consciousness out of balance. Grandmother's son was putting the lights to rest, painting the skies with the colors of the harvest leaves. Setting sun woman watched until the flaming mass of his pumpkin-like body touched the horizon, sinking into the seas. She was feeling the stillness of eventide when she heard the wind chief hiss as if the fire grandfather's sun body and melded with the waters of Earth Mother, signaling invisible smoke that the sacred pipe had been passed from day to night. The sunbeams that had carried the human worlds of thanksgiving to the great mystery during the day were now giving the sacred duty over the beams of light coming from the starry medicine bowl of the night sky. Setting sun woman stood and raised her arms to the sky nation and returned thanks for all that she had experienced during that sun. She greeted the falling robe of the night sky and imagined the cradle bird of creation resting in her hands, being offered to the heavens. Wattages appeared as if to receive the cradle bird from the setting sun woman's outreached arms. The clan mother felt the bond of sisterhood between herself and the evening star. That bond was forever strong because it was woven with love and made of fibers of tomorrow's promises. So that is the little story of Setting Sun Woman, and I thank everyone for allowing me to go over that story and the beautiful teachings that are coming from it. And I really, invite all of you to look at those teachings and that I just read. And where can you go inside to look within? And I want to read, Carolyn had requested, this is new, the little, the chat here. So Carolyn had read, so wonderful, very exciting as we walk our paths and transition into what comes next for each of us, individually and collectively. I've been seeing 222 a lot lately, which to me means to take balanced approach in life. Love how this is all confirming and also expanding upon the personal message I've been receiving. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carolyn, for expressing that to everyone out there and posting that for me. I really appreciate that. And we'll see if there's any more. Amber said hi. Susan Wolf Mutter. Yeah. So thank you, everybody who's chiming in, giving messages. So, and I appreciate that. And we'll continue on with that, the teachings every month. So until we get to the end of the year. And as I said, they've been so beautiful for me because each month, each lesson has been following along what has been going on in this world. And it's so beautiful when synchronicities match up and things happen and things come together that might be expected or not expected. And, talking about that, where can you live in the truth? I send out to everyone right now, what is the truth that you need to be, and who do you want to be right now? And what do you need to look at? Who do you need to discern in your life of what's going on in your world? There's such an imbalance right now in the world. And I know for myself and what I've been going through, it's just been so beautiful. I had talked about before, I'd gone through an experience with my daughter and just, the synchronicities. And I think a huge thing right now that I like to share with everybody is really being patient and not looking for the future all the time, but staying in the present is so important, and being very patient, because if we move forward too fast, we're missing the journey. Everybody, we've all been trained of the destination. We've all been conditioned since we were little of what's tomorrow, even in school. You remember in high school, what are you going to do for college? What are you going to do for here? What are you going to do for the rest of your life? And we've stopped to miss out on the journey and the experience. Oh, is your daughter the artist on the wall in the background? No, Susan. Those are actually my paintings. Thank you for saying that. I do energy art painting, and those are all my paintings on the wall there that I do. They're all for sale if you're interested, and I also do an art class that I was going to talk about later on. So they're painting through emotions. So talking about, getting in the truth of emotions, it's a wonderful process to kind of release and let go. So thank you so much for acknowledging them. I really appreciate that. But anyhow, stepping into the truth of who we are and moving into that and learning to discern the energies of what's coming into our world. Things are really showing up, and synchronicities. And I was talking before about moving to the future, all the time, and expanding and not staying in the present, and as Studying Sun Woman was talking about being the bear going within, we're really being asked now on a bigger level to go within. And that's important to really start to enjoy our journey, even if the journey gets a little rocky. And if it gets rocky, that's the time to look, because everything's ebb and flow. You're going to have your good days. You're going to have your bad days. Energies are shifting. Energies right now are coming in like crazy. There's new levels coming in where personally, we're physically changing. Our DNA structure is changing. So much is happening right now. As I said before, getting out in nature is probably one of the most number one thing right now to really keep yourself in tune and keep yourself grounded and keep who you are. But it's also sitting back to learn to be. We're such a society where we have to do all the time. We've got to do this, we've got to do that. And we don't take the time to sit back and be. I feel this virus that happened has really shifted humanity to kind of do that a little bit more so than ever, as a way of saying, hey, we've got to take this time to be. We've got to take this time to learn inside the truth of who we are, to see inside what we want to, how we want to serve on this planet, to notice the beautiful gifts that have been locked inside, that have maybe been shut down your whole entire life by others who didn't understand, others who didn't want to hear what you had to say, because your inner knowing made them feel less of themselves, and it's happening a lot right now. Things are coming up. People are so out of balance right now. And the best thing we can all do is just stay in commune with everyone, just look at everyone knowing that they're going to have their point of views. I just see on Facebook and other things, people tearing each other up, wanting to express, wanting to say their point of view. And in the grand scheme of things, does it really make any sense? I always love that phrase, would you rather be at peace? Or now I forgot the phrase. That's how it goes sometimes with me. So, would you rather be right, or would you rather be at peace? Personally, I'd rather be at peace. And that's another question you can ask yourself. When you're in a situation, moving forward, when you're in a situation where somebody may start to argue with you or might not be awake yet and have their own point of views of what's going on in the world, just nod and agree with them, and just stand in your truth of who you are. I always love the saying, it's an interesting point of view, because everybody has their point of view. With the laws of nature, we are allowed to express who we are, but we've been, once again, shut down our whole entire lives to not be able to express truly who we are. And moving out of that, that's why so many people have throat problems and thyroid problems and, everything is because as a society, as a universal community, consciousness, we have shut down so much of ourselves inside and not allowed ourselves to express. And I'm really inviting all you cosmic explorers out there to really step up and express and say. And I'm not saying being unkind or, kindness is the best way to do. Where can you go in your heart every day just to give somebody a spark, whether it be a smile as somebody walking down the street, or say hello, or, just every once in a while, maybe buying somebody's groceries, or whatever it might come in your pathway. If you see somebody struggling, maybe offer to help them, and just letting them know that they are loved, because that's what it is, people. Everyone out here just wants to be loved. Even the tyrants of the world and the narcissists of the world and the ones that beat us down and have done horrible things to us over the years, everybody in the grand scheme, in the bottom, in the root of everybody's heart, only wants to be loved. And that's where we are now. We're in the balance of love and fear. I keep on saying it over and over again, but there's not much more to say. Is like we are learning the balance of love and fear. And where do you want to fall? Where do you want to be in that? That's why I always do the bubbles, bringing in the laughter, because what do worries do to us? I mean, think about it for a second. What do worries do to you? They tear you up inside. They make you feel like crap. They get that monkey mind going like you cannot believe, that you run yourself in circles like a hamster on a wheel, and it goes round and round and round to the point where you're laying in bed because you can't deal anymore. I'm sure everybody out there has been there. And so, I invite you, something comes in and just say, hey, no more, no more. I learned that from actually my aunt who was in the middle of transition. Her last words that she said, she lifted her hands up and she said, no more, no more. And that's all it takes, really. It's just lifting your hands up and saying, no more, no more. And then making a change and acting different. And don't allow the triggers that come towards you. Look at those triggers as, okay, where am I not loving myself inside? I'm being triggered by this experience or this person or this post or whatever it might be. I'm being triggered right now. Where am I not loving myself inside that it is allowing me to be triggered? It is allowing me to be affected inside of myself, to not be in peace and balance of who I am, to not be aligned. So I welcome you all to open to that, to look at that when it comes, to ask that question, is this honoring me? We're in such a society that we always have to please people. We always have to fix people. We don't have to do that, because we're not honoring them when we try to fix them. Everybody on this planet has their own path, has their own way. We commingle with everyone as mirror images of each other to help each other in this great game that we are playing on this planet. And where do you want to play in the game? Do you want to play in the fear and allow yourself to be triggered and feeling sick and just down and blah, 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 and depressed and blah, blah, blah? Or do you want to live in love, where these triggers are happening, you let them go, and you honor who you are inside and know the light inside of you and claim the sovereignty inside of you, aligning yourself to not only the human part of you, and that's the key. It's not only aligning yourself to the human part, but also that spirit part, and coming together to commune together, to walk this path that we're on right now, in order to create the future, not only for ourselves, for the end of the term we might have here on this life school, but also for the future. The children of our future, they need us right now. They need every person out there to stop cutting them down and to allow them to have their voice, to move up, to open up, to see the world in a different place, and give them those lessons saying that you have taken to go within, and teach them how to go in within as well. because the little ones coming in nowadays, they're a whole new ball of wax. They are so little potent little beans. I just love watching them, and I just love watching their magic. It's pretty incredible to see some of these kids out here. So, what can you do? What can be your part to help shift the world? And I know a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people come to me that they just have this like grandeur. I have to do this huge thing on this planet, to make a change. And it doesn't have to be grandeur. It can just take sitting outside in your backyard, stepping into yourself, aligning yourself to your heart, and sitting there and opening your heart up and just sending love out. And that can shift so many people, just that. So just remember, if you're struggling on what to do or what's my purpose or where am I going, or just remember, just follow your heart. If you follow your heart in a place of joy, in a state of grace, everything will just magically fall into place. Now, it might not happen immediately. That's where patience comes into play. However, if you're in your heart and you're following, and that is, your life path is already written. It will eventually unfold. You might have some lessons to learn. You might have some things to look at. You might have to be in the peace of yourself before that can come to play. So that's it. So we're getting to the top of the hour. Oh my gosh, it's 8:51. And I want to do a little transmission for you guys. So first of all, thank everyone listening now and in the future to Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour. You can find me on Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour on Oneness Talk Radio. I guess I'm going to be live now on Facebook and YouTube, so I love to hear from you. Please reach out to me. Please reach out. I am here. I want to co-create this show with all you out there. So if you have anything to share, send it my way. I'm here. You can email me at RebeckaGregory7@gmail.com. Also, I'll be doing October 17th, 18th. I'll put it in the description next week. I'll be doing a summit with some friends of mine, Merriman, and Karen. So that ought to be a lot of fun. And I'm also September 17th. I think I posted it on the YouTube description. I will also be doing another painting class. So they're a lot of fun. They're just moving through emotions, starting out, claiming who you are, and kind of stepping into some emotions of fear, going through forgiveness, and then feeling into the dream that you want to create for you. So it's like a walking meditation of going within. So if you're interested in that, please look me up. And further ado, thank you, Dyla74 and Barbecue. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Thank you. Touches my heart. So, and I just want to thank you guys for watching tonight. And as I come out from being on voice to now video, and I know now I have to find a shirt to wear or something, so I can't do it on my jammies anymore, but that's okay. And so further ado, I just want everyone now, I'm just going to do a quick little, I need to take a sip of tea here. So one of the things I do sound vibration resonance, and also light language. And I always like to do it at the end of the show. So if everybody just take a deep breath. Okay, hold on. I'm getting that we need bubbles again before the end of the show. So we're going to do some bubbles again. Spirit wanted to end with some bubbles, so that's how it goes around here. The fairies love to play. So anyhow, everyone just take a deep breath and just close your eyes and really step into all the teachings that came forward. And I highly recommend, once again, the 13 Original Clan Mothers. Jamie Sams is the author. Getting the book if you like to read, more detail into it and really embrace the teachings, wonderful teachings. And we'll do next month, teaching next month on the full moon. But once again, let's just take a deep breath real quick. I just want to send you off with a little sound vibration to get you through the weekend for this. Was it Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend? So just take a deep breath in and feel the beauty of the bubbles that were just played, and the light and the sparkles that they give. And step into the beauty of you. Allow yourself to go inside right now to feel that joy in your heart. Allow it to open up. There's no worries right now. And just listen to the sound vibrations that come through, and allow your beingness to expand as you hear the sounds. Don't get caught up on what exactly is coming out. Just hear the vibration and allow yourself to be the vibration of you. breathe now, just breathe. Ooh, just take a deep breath in right now. And just create with your hands a figure 8, starting at the point above your head, your star chakra, around to the outside, connecting to your heart. Another circle around down to your earth star. And just bring it up through the middle, back to the heart. And then put your hand on your stomach, a hand on your heart, and say that beautiful name to yourself. And allow that light inside you to shine and feel the vibration of you, bringing yourself back home to you. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I'll be here again next Friday night. A friend of mine, Susie James, is joining us all the way from England. So who knows what's going to happen then. And if you want to see the replay, it'll be on YouTube and Facebook Live, and also Oneness Talk Radio, where you can also leave me a message. I also do personal sounds and sessions as well. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. Share the love, spread the love, be in the kindness, and stand in who you are and live the truth. Kisses and loves to you all. Thank you.